Good morning to everyone present in this virtual meeting. Today, we are going to see a guest lecture on environmental studies. Now, I would like to welcome Deepika for the opening prayer.
Loving Heavenly Father, we come to you this hour asking for your blessing and help us we are gathered together. We pray for guidance in the matters at hand and ask that you would clearly show us how to conduct our work with a spirit of joy and enthusiasm. Give us the desire to find ways to excel in our work. Help us to work together and encourage each other to excellence. We ask that we would challenge each other to reach higher and further to be the best we can be. We ask this in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Deepika. Today, it is a great pleasure to start this lecture by welcoming a resource person, Mrs. C. Kirtika Ma'am, MCA MPhil, Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science, Sri Krishnaswamy College for Women. She has more than 10 years of teaching experience. Dear friends, let's get involved in this lecture and get use of the knowledge shared here by our beloved Professor Kritika ma'am. And now I hand over the session to you, ma'am.
Thank you. I just share my screen now. So everyone able to see my screen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay, or shall I share the PPT?
It's okay.
Is it okay? Okay. Today we are going to see, and very good morning to one and all for gathering this guest lecture, and I'm very much thankful to head of the department, Hensi ma'am, for giving this opportunity. And today I'm going to share by knowledge what I'm having in environmental studies. I took content based on your environmental studies course in your UG degree, right? So based on that only I'm going to take I'm going to give lecture. Okay. First, everyone knows how today's situation is. So due to the pollution we are facing so many problems, right? So here we are going to discuss what are all the causes, what are all the effects, what are all the control measures we are going to take for this pollution type of pollutions, and what are all the measures taken by the UNO, and what are all the different types of things that affects the environment. Okay. Today I'm going to give the not elaborate, at the same time not just like that explanation about the topic. Just we will enter in the topic and move on to the session, right? Okay. First, today I'm going to, as I said earlier, today we are going to see what is environmental studies and concept of sustainability, structure of ecosystem, functions of the ecosystem, flow of energy, ecological succession, renewable and non-renewable resources, and environmental pollution. These are all the topics we are going to see, and most of us know about what I am going to tell today. Okay. But it's a time to recollect all those things, and we have to take some actions, okay, from our side. So I think this is a time to express our knowledge, and we can share our ideas. Okay. Next, introduction. So introduction is nothing but environmental science is a interdisciplinary. Okay, it's not only for those who are studying biological, like that. It's all combination. So all disciplinary, that is physical, biological information, but those are related to the environment, those are studying about the environment, those are working on the environment resources, that's all comes under environmental science. Okay. What we are going to study in environmental studies is how we are going to interact with the environment, how we are going to maintain the environmental things. That's the thing we are going to discuss, we are going to study in environmental science. right? Okay, next we are going to see concept of sustainability. Sustainability is nothing but we are going to maintain something. We are going to take care of the things what we are having, and we are take that things to our future generation. That is sustainability. Okay, concept of sustainability. So here we are having three types of sustainability. One is environmental. Everyone can hear me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Environmental sustainability, economic sustainability, and social sustainability. Environmental sustainability, nothing but we are going to take care of, or we are going to take care of the natural resources like air, sand, water, like this. These are all the environmental sustainability, comes under environmental sustainability. And economic sustainability is nothing but financial. Sometimes we will have we can have that financial crisis, right? During corona period, most of us suffered a lot, right? So that's concerned comes under economic sustainability. And social sustainability. And social sustainability is nothing but human rights, and treating the people equally. These are all comes under social sustainability. So who will take care of all these things, who will responsible for all those things is who will decide on this, what are all the things we are having to maintain the concepts, right? Environmental, economic, and social sustainability. Here there is a sustainable development goals is there. They are developed by UNO. Okay, United Nations organizations all together have some goals that should be achieved in the year of 2030. Okay, now we are going to see what purpose we are going to use this. We are going to attain, we are going to sustain all these things, that is environment, economic, and last one what I said, social. These are all the things we are going to maintain, and we are going to improve the quality of the people living in the earth, right? So for that the UNO developed 17 goals, that is sustainable development goals they used to set. Okay, we are going to see what are all the development sustainable development goals developed by the UNO, and this should be achieved in the sense almost everything will be solved, not like that, at least improve some to level. Okay, improve to some level. That's the thing. They are creating 17 goals. Now we are going to see what are all the 17 goals developed by the UNO. This is the thing. First one is no poverty. Second one is, because these 17 goals covers 3 points, that is environmental, economic, and social sustainable. Okay, sustainability. No poverty, zero anger, good health and well-being. Next, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitization, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below underwater, life on land, peace, justice and strong institutions, partnership for the goals. These are all the goals set by the UNO. That is, we also called as UNESCO. Okay, UNESCO. That is UN environmental sustainable goals, right? Okay. So zero anger in the sense, so I need not to explain all those things. Everything is in understandable format. If you have any doubt, just raise questions on these goals. I will tell you what it is. Have you any doubt? Are you able to understand from the title, or you want me to explain? Just unmute and tell, or you can also put the text in chat box.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Understood. Okay, nice, good. Okay, next what we are going to see is what is ecosystem. Ecosystem is nothing but all the things we are having in the earth, living things, non-living things, other organisms, all comes under ecosystem. So we are going to see how we are maintaining this ecosystem. And in school days, no, we used to study the life cycle, right? The grass some rabbits eat a rabbit வந்து அந்த மாதிரி நம்ம ஒரு சைக்கிள் பார்த்துருல, food cycle, I think, yes, food chain or food cycle, like likewise we are going to maintain all those things. We are all dependent each other, right? For all the things. Okay, so we are going to maintain a ecosystem. So what is ecosystem? Ecosystem is nothing but what are all the things we are in the earth is all comes under ecosystem. That is plants, animals, other organisms, even landscape, whatever it is, everything comes under ecosystem. So the name ecosystems comes under eco and system, and eco means environment and system means interaction. So we are going to interact, we are going to interdependent on other creatures in the earth, right? Okay, next, structure of ecosystem. In the structure of ecosystem, we can divide into two. That is, as I said earlier, living things or non-living things combined together is called ecosystem. Here they had mentioned some name, that is abiotic and biotic, okay, components. So abiotic in the sense what are all the natural resources, non-living things comes under abiotic, and biotic in the sense producers, consumers and decomposes. So producers, consumers, or anyone be in the or living things, okay, living things comes under producers, consumers and decomposes. So abiotic in the sense climatical factors, that is rain, light, wind, temperature and soil, minerals, or what are all the things, natural resources is comes under abiotic components. And biotic components is producers, consumers and decomposes. Now we are going to who are all producers, consumers and decomposes. Okay, next, here the producers is nothing but those who are creating something. Those are, for example, if butterfly is sitting on the floor means it just feeding something, it gets some on the mother, அதை எடுத்துட்டு போய் இன்னொரு இடத்துல கொடுக்கறதுனால it's create something. Birds eating something and drop somewhere else seeds, right? அதோட excretionல இருந்து வெளில வருது. So these are all called as producers. Okay, that is knowingly, unknowingly they are producing something, they are developing something, new things to the environment. That means producers. Consumers, what are all the things we are available in the environment, we are extracting that, we are getting that are consumers. Suppose we are trees, okay, we are using the trees for furnitures, doors, like that, right? So we are all the consumers. Food, the tree is giving fruits, right? We are eating fruits. So not only that, we are human being, everything produced by the producers, we are having that raw, we are using that, no, that are all consumers. Okay, and decomposes means, that is if we have something and we left some out of the things, you know, we put it in the dustbin, so automatically some foods gets decomposes with the help of the bacteria, right? Fungus and bacteria, the food particles decomposes, right? Likewise, with the help of the insects and the soil, it helps some things to decompose, it helps us to decompose the particles. Okay, these are all comes under decomposers. So producers is nothing but the natural resources, or by the human beings or by the living things, they are creating something. Consumers, they are taking or consuming the products by the producers, and decomposes after the wastage or remaining portions of that done by the producers or consumers, that all decomposes into again it's minerals, right? That comes under decomposes. Guys, are you able to follow my lecture?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
I'm little bit fast, but it's my nature. That's why I'm asking. If you're not able to follow me, I just try to slow down myself. Is it okay, or I want to slow down?
Ma'am, it's okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Next, categories of consumers. Consumers, we are having so many categories. In the name itself, the food cycle. We can give this one as food chain. Okay, food cycle or food chain, we can tell. So first one is first. Okay, the first one is soil, the decomposers, right? So I told you, no, the worms and the fungus, what bacteria, these are all comes under decomposers. And the second one is photosynthesis. From the ground, no, the plants are growing, right? So during it receives the energy from the sunlight, and using that sunlight, the photosynthesis process will happen. Then it grows some small seed to plants, right? That is second level. And third level, that is primary. These are all the producers, and primary consumers is nothing but the insects and small birds, animals and all, primary consumers. And secondary consumers, those who are eating that insects, the primary consumers அவங்க eat பண்றவங்கலாம் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, that calls under secondary. And territory consumers, in the sense, those who are it used to eat the secondary consumers. So these are all the types of consumers. And if there is any lagging in the level, automatically it affects the next level, super level. Okay, that's why we should maintain the ecosystem. It affects the total lifestyle of the living things in the earth, right? So we have to maintain that. That's why we are seeing all those things. And next one, the functions of ecosystem. Functions of ecosystem is yeah, water, whatever the things, animals, organism, inorganic, and energy given by the sun. So these are all the interactions, as I said, no, a flow of energy. We are getting energy from the sun, and green plants it's act as a producers, that it receives the energy from the sun. Due to the energy, the photosynthesis process will happen, and plant will grow and give fruits to us, and fruits to us. Automatically the animals, secondary consumers will take that, and அது நம்ம இப்ப முன்னாடி பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா, that's thing. Okay, secondary, primary consumers, and secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers. These are all the energy flow of the ecosystem. Okay, so basically we are getting energy from the plants getting energy from the sun, and the plant grows and gives food to the primary consumers, and the primary consumers will it's as a food for the secondary, and secondary one is food for the third one. Okay, this is the flow of energy, how they are getting a food. Okay, next, succession. Eco succession is nothing but how it is developing. Okay, how it's developing from nothing to big thing. That is eco succession, right? We are having this succession in many fields, but I am going to give you a simple example by forest eco succession. This is a forest ecosystem. First, initial nothing is there, only rocks. Okay, sand and rocks, and the birds used to split some seeds, no, automatically it grow plants and all. So years to go, it small plant, it reaches to trees, big trees, and group of trees is called as forest. These, like this only, years to go, we are getting a small empty land became forest, or mesh area, bush, like that. No, ஒரு இடம் யூஸ் பண்ணாமே வச்சுருந்தோன்னா, that place automatically என்ன ஆகும், நிறைய வேஸ்ட் பிளான்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து automatically it covers whole thing. So another example for water succession, the empty pond, the unusable ponds, the green color algae எல்லாம் full of form ஆயிருக்கும், the plants will grow, no. That is also example for succession, eco succession. Okay, next one is deforestation. Everyone knows about deforestation. Okay, deforestation is the main thing we should concentrate to avoid deforestation. We have to do something to to increase the forest, or at least we have to control the climatical conditions, abnormal climatical conditions, right? So deforestation is nothing but from the picture itself you can easily understand. We are cut down all the trees in the forest, automatically it became a empty land. They are the industries, or why this happening, deforestation? Anybody? Why we need for this? சும்மா தமிழ்ல கூட சொல்லுங்க, ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. உங்களுக்கு என்ன தோணுதோ சொல்லுங்க. Why we are all doing this deforestation? Can I point out somebody?
For making furnitures in yeah,
So making
urbanization.
kaha we are using. Very good. And due to the increase of population, நம்மளோட habitat kaha நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம்னா, we are moving to such places, and we are making our residence there. And அந்த மாதிரி ஒருத்தர் மூவ் ஆகிறப்ப என்ன ஆகுது அப்படின்னா, we are doing all those deforestation, not only for furnishing and all, for நம்மளோட population increasesனால நம்மளுக்கு என்ன ஆகுது அப்படின்னா, we are deforesting everything. Okay. Next, and thank you Arun Kumar for your response. And renewable and non-renewable resources. Everybody knows about it. Renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources which we can, or short period or long period time we can retrieve the resources. Non-renewable, once it goes off we can't recreate it. That is non-renewable resources. Okay. Okay, இப்போ நான் சொன்னதுல இருந்து I will ask you one thing. Air is a renewable or non-renewable resources? Air.
It's a renewable resource.
Yes. If we reduce air pollution, no, automatically the air will be cleared and we will get the fresh air, right? So very good. Renewable air is a renewable resources. And can you tell me one example for non-renewable resources? The slide itself, it's there. Other than Arun Kumar. Just put it in the chat box. I want to check whether everyone is physically present. Okay. Just put yes in the chat box. Then I easily identify how many of you are really attending this guest lecture. Just type it yes in the chat box. Only 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. So you can answer, right? So தப்பா இருந்தா பரவாயில்ல, just type it. Coal, petroleum, etc. It's okay, good, super. Okay, if you are keep on consuming all those things, right, so we can't get it back, so we can't recreate it. So we have to be very cautious about this non-renewable resources while using it, while consuming it. Okay, good, thank you for your response. And so As I said, non-renewable resources examples: fuels, coal, petroleum, natural gas, and rare minerals found in some places, right? So these are all the non-renewable renewable resources. And renewable resources: sun, wind, tidal energy. And I want to ask you one thing: sand is salt is a renewable or non-renewable resources? Sand. So type 1 for renewable, type 2 for non-renewable. Fast, hurry up.
And Amma.
Salt, sand illa, salt, uppu. தெரியலன்னா பரவாயில்ல, சும்மா ஏதோ எதர் 1 or 2 டைப் பண்ணி அனுப்புங்க.
Ma'am, I think it's non-renewable.
Yeah, it's a non-renewable. Salt is a non-renewable resources. Good, very good. Okay, next, mining. What is mean by mining? That is, if we are keep on extracting some things from the environment, right? That is called mining. Okay, keep on extracting the same thing. If I want water na, we are putting bore and all, keep on using நிறைய தண்ணி யூஸ் பண்றோம் அப்படியே, keep on using water na, automatically it drain up, right? Automatically it reduces its level, right? That's is mining. Now if we do like this, it impact the local climates and pattern of rainfall. These are all the things we are facing nowadays, right? And energy resources totally it disturbs, right? So mining is nothing but extraction of minerals. Not only minerals, extraction of things, natural resources constantly means automatically it reduces its level, and it impacts a lot in a ecosystem. Okay, and in that we are going to see land degradation and desertification. Land degradation is nothing but it's என்ன சொல்றது, it's quality of your soil will be reduced due using of fertilizers and like this. No, if you are using plastics, no, keep on putting plastic on the particular area na, the automatically the soil, the quality of the soil will reduced, right? That is land degradation. Next, desertification. Desertification it's a fertile land. If we put on some fertilizers, no, that's it becomes, the land becomes desert. That is nothing is there. If there is any minerals in the soil or land na, then only we can plant something, we can grow something, we can get something, right? If you keep on putting all the fertilizers and fertilizers, the quality of the soil will be affected. So automatically we will not get any food. We can't plant anything, we can't cultivate anything in that land. Okay, that is desertification. And these are all the causes, effects, and solution for the mining. Okay, causes in the sense because of overpopulation or population growth and increasing demand for resources. It depends on the population, because population increases, automatically demands increases, right? And single source of income. Suppose if I am if everybody started to eat only rice, what happened? Automatically the cultivating rice on demand, right? So I want to cultivate more rice, so automatically I put fertilizers to grow, and it I need a large quantity now, automatically I put fertilizers, so it affects the soil. That's the thing they are telling. And importance for industrial process. Through industry we are polluting air, water, sand and all. Fertilizing industries, especially for sand fertilizing industry. And eco factor for country, economic factors for countries. So basic basic thing whatever they can tell, but only thing main cause is population increase of population. We are creating a demand. Due to the demand, they are using fertilizers and all. So due to the fertilizers, automatically soil get polluted. Okay, and effects adnala enna varapodhu, injuries, death, health issues, then cancer, what are all the problem. Okay, everything will comes. Okay, and not only for the human beings and also for the natural resources itself, it affects a lot. And effects on animals, plants. So nammaloda food cycle, everything will be affected, ecosystem will be affected. So next, solutions in the sense we have to strictly follow the government rules and regulations. Okay, and reduce consumption is nothing but if we should not take, or we should not have what we want, what we need. Okay, that is more important. And we should use the thing which can be reused or recycled. Okay, and we need some natural reservoirs, that is reservoirs in the sense we have to safeguard our natural resources. Okay, and we should have some policies regarding that. And education, we should have basic education to maintain all those things, to aware of things. If I do like this, it will reflect on this area. We have to know that, we should have that awareness. Okay, and dam building on environment. How many of you நிறைய யூடியூப்ல இப்போ வந்து இந்த டேம்னால எர்த்தோட ரொட்டேஷன் ஸ்பீடே கம்மியா இருக்கு? How many of you watch that video? No one? Okay, I'll tell you. If I am building water problem secondary, if I am keep on constructing the buildings, right, dams, right, automatically it slow down the rotation speed of the earth. Okay, if slow down the rotation speed of the earth, everything will change, right? Nowadays it's happening. Okay, if you have time, if you have time, just go to YouTube and watch this video. Okay, how the dam affects the rotation speed of the earth. Okay, so not only rotation speed of the earth, and also directly impact the people, those who are living in the forest, tribal people, right? The tribal people. And for building this dam, we are used to cut down the trees and all, right? And deforestation process நடக்குது, and tribal people affect ஆறாங்க. These are all the things happening behind the dam building. But we used to say no, dam is very important. Dam it's storing of water, no, whenever we need we can get it, right? So what are all the things if it in our control, not at all a problem. We should have what we need. Okay, we should not search for the things, or buying things, or we have constructing for, or for proving ourselves, or for our desires and all. So what we need, we should have. That's it. That is more important for everything. Next, environmental pollution. And the environmental pollution is everyone knows: air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, radioactive pollution. So air pollution is nothing but nowadays we are seeing, no. Okay, next, idellame I am going to tell you in detail. And water pollution, soil and land pollution, and radioactive pollution. What is mean by radioactive pollution? That radioactive pollution is nothing but nuclear reactors, nuclear plants la irukla, adilende varadha the pollutions and so. Next, okay, air pollution. What are all the sources of air pollution? Natural resources, domestic resources, commercial resources, agricultural resources, industry resources, transportation related sources, sources of sorry, repeat, sorry for that. So natural resources, are you able to see the picture clearly, or I want to zoom it?
No, ma'am, it's clear now.
Okay, Okay, these are all the key areas of polluting air, right? Vehicle exhaust, for fossil fuel burning, paint solvent, and deforestation, refrigerators, and plastic foams, and fire extinguishers. These are all the major. Um, these are all doing the major role for air pollution. Okay. um, so do you want what are all the content coming out of this vehicle exhaust? That also we are seeing here, that is vehicle, no, nitrogen industries, nitrogen oxide, they are coming out. And hydrocarbons எதுலேருந்து வருது அப்படின்னா இந்த paint, okay, paint. Next, from vehicles, carbon monoxide, and from industries, sulfur dioxide. Then again industries and deforestation, due to deforestation, carbon dioxide it increases, right? At next one, the methane gases. Next, chlorofluorocarbons, refrigerator. Okay, these are all the main thing. Okay, ozone, we are ozone layer lo ஓட்டை இருந்ததுல holes வந்துச்சு இல்லையா, these are all the main things, main culprits. Okay, and fire executors-நால நம்மளுக்கு நிறைய ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் வருது. ஸோ these are all the things, these are all the gases which are affecting the ozone layer, and also these are all the gases for responsible for the global warming. And if we are having all those things, no, we are having so many problems, respiratory problems. Once you inhale all these pollutant air, no, it affects your lungs. After affect your lungs, it goes to your heart. Polluted air enters into your lungs, and that particles, no, pass on to your heart, and it will affect your brain, so whole system will be damaged. So what we can do is we can avoid all those things, we can reduce our consumption. That is the point we can do now, because due to urbanization, everyone having vehicle, everyone having refrigerators, everyone using plastics, right? So we what are all the things what we are having, we have to be cautious, and we have to reduce the consumption of the product. Okay, and plastics nowadays, most of the places now, they are reducing the using of plastics. And vehicle, we are using vehicles. If you are coming by nearby places, na, we can use cycles, and also maximum we can use. For if you are going for next street or next shop, no, you can use bicycles, right? Okay. So maximum it's all in our hands. At least we can reduce the consumption of air pollutant products, and we can do something for our future generation. And how we can control all these things means, scrubbers and arresters, that is arresters, right? So the common things which separate some particles, not some particles from the air. Okay, if you are using air conditioner, no, they are using something to filter the particles, they are generating something, right? So likewise, we have to reduce all those things. So avoid control of particular matter, control of filtering, or controlling of particular matter, or filtering something from the air, right? It produces some things, and it affects the air. And gas pollutants and automobile exhaust, these are all the things we can able to control, okay, from our side. Next, and now we are going to see water pollution. So water pollution is nothing but we are polluting water, right? By industries, we are sewage waters are mixing into the we are mixing the sewer water into the river and pond. If we go now here, it's okay, everyone having some drainage system in urban areas. In rural areas, no, they don't have that system. They used to let out of the house, right? It's like a small பூல், அதுக்குள்ளார நிறைய டர்ட்டி வாட்டர்ஸ்லாம் இருக்கும். ஸோ அதனால நம்மளுக்கு நிறைய ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் வரும்ல. ஸோ தட் த திங் வி ஹாவ் டு பி கான்சன்ட்ரேட். அண்ட் water pollution, due to water pollution we are having so many problems we are facing now. So what are the sources of water pollution is chemical plant, crop spraying, then fuel burning, and this thing is nothing but aluminum plant, like that, no, metal related plants, are the nuclear devices. Ori preparation is nothing but you are extracting, suppose it is a granite mountain, no, you are extracting that stones, and we are breaking the stones and into small pieces, or like this. I mean, just tell the example of granite, right? Likewise, we are having so many hard rock materials, okay, materials in the rocks or sand. We extracting that will pollute the water. Okay, I think there is some process of clear extracting that. Maybe they're using of water and letting out of polluted water. Maybe that process may have using of water, right? Next, spraying, painting in the sense the last, it's a air pollutant. It's also, we saw this, say, spraying, painting the wall, car எல்லாம் பெயிண்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க, ஸ்ப்ரே பண்ணுவாங்க. that spray and the solvent dissolution காக, extraction காக யூஸ் பண்ற அந்த solvent that creates a water pollution. Everything is interrelated. Once water is polluted, due to that air will be polluted. If air is polluted, corresponding water will be polluted. Okay, so by default sand also, soil also polluted. So all are interrelated. We have to, the only thing we can do is we can control ourselves. Okay, not using of that transportation waste, transportation of waste recovery. That is waste recovery in the sense, if I am sending a waste things in through the pipeline, if maybe leakage of that or something, no, that will also pollute the water. Then how to control the water pollution? And how to control the water pollution is nothing but reduce, said earlier, no. So reduce usage of chemicals, practice water conservation. We have to use less water, or like this. Okay, excess water use பண்ண கூடாது. excess water இருக்கறனால தான் it's keep out and no polluting, right? Next on the medications, that is medicine, syringe, whatever the things, some syrups, tablets, these are all should be properly disposed. Okay, and pesticides and herbs. Suppose if I am, for example, we are using hand wash, no, that hand wash we are having so many chemicals. Some people will hurt, no, the தோல் எல்லாம் உறிஞ்சிட்டு வரும். So we have to be very careful while using all those things. So maximum we should avoid all those things. But nowadays it's everyone is advising us to use hand wash, right? So we have to be very careful. And water polluting recreational activities, in the sense, and also if you put some oil or diesel something mandi pota kuda, it creates a layer, right? If it creates a layer, the underwater organisms can't get energy from the sun. So it will also affect the aqua creatures. Okay, and maintain our car. Why they are using this, no? So maintain our car. If we are not maintaining our car properly, if there is any leakage in the oil, anyway, if we didn't maintain our car, automatically the air will polluted. Okay, the smoke will come out and the air will pollute. And not only that, if any leakage, as I said to 1 second before, no, that it just laid on the sand or water, it affects the creatures under the water or sand. That is more important. So we have to do all those things to maintain water pollution. And sand pollution is நிறைய நம்ம பார்த்தாச்சு இதுக்கு முன்னாடியும், அதனால நான் சொல்லிடுறேன். Sand pollution is nothing but if you keep on putting non-renewable it keep on putting plastic reusable பண்ண முடியாது, recycling பண்ண முடியாத products if you are using, you are putting in the sand, it digging, no, that will affect soil quality, and also it affects the productivity, okay, of crops and all. And non-renewable resources, it also slow down the process, and also non-renewable resources, it losing their properties. That is more important, okay. So soil pollution irundhathu, non-renewable resources nale we can't recreate it. If you pollute the sand, automatically the non-renewable resources started to lose their property. If it loses their property, nothing, it's nearly waste of taking that, no. Next, okay. Main solute pollutants: industrial waste, pesticides, fertilizers, discarding waste, soil and semi-solid, and radioactive resources. These are all the main pollutants of soil. And effect, due to what will happen if soil keep on polluting, na, salination. That is, salination is nothing but salt. That salt increases in the quantity. Yeah, that salt oda percentage will increases in the sand. If it is increases in the sand, that sand we can't use it for any other purpose, right? So that is more important. So salination is nothing but the percentage of salt in the sand increases, okay. And soil may be infertile, and pollutants leach down with rainwater and polluting the groundwater. So இப்போ soil வந்து dirt இருந்ததுன்னா, if suppose if getting rain, that rainwater will get mixed with the polluted, and it drained by the deep earth, no. அப்போ என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா, in depth ஆகும் நம்மளுக்கு என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா, it get polluted. That is the point. Next, how we can control all these things? So manage solid waste properly, and pipes. So no, I told you, no. So if you sending the waste, no, direct tannila vidama, we have to be properly send on the waste container, and the portion like directly send the waste to that container, okay. Engi leak agama irukonu. At the same time, it should not mix with the sand, water and all. That is more important. If it is mixed with the water and sand, automatically the water and sand will get polluted. And the industrial waste piped in special pits. Next, chemical fertilizers and pesticides used to be reduced. So instead of that, we should use biofertilizer and biopesticides, okay. Next, water pollution, how to control water pollution, adha nama paadom. So no issues. Next, okay. Next, radioactive pollution. This radioactive pollution is nothing but the nuclear plants, no. Due to the nuclear plants, atomic explosions, this and all comes under radioactive pollution. We can, everyone knows the impact of, if it about everyone knows about the radioactive pollution, how it is. It will affect human being lifestyle, and by genetic itself, it creates a great impact, right? So we have to reduce all those things. We have to be very cautious while planting, or while doing all this process and all. So it affects radioactive pollution, depends on upon half life, the energy releasing capacity, rate of diffusion, rate of diffusion. This, it automatically, not only the human being, it also affects the natural resources, that is wind, temperature, rainfall, ecosystem, it affects a lot. Okay, if it affects a lot the natural resources அப்படின்னாக்க automatically it impact on living things. Okay, and how we can control is we can properly we should have properly installed nuclear plants, and we have to be often check, we have to be maintain the plant properly and oftenly, and the disposal of radioactive waste is more important. Safe, it should be safe. Okay, and regular monitoring, maintaining. Okay, and if we do all those things, we can save, we can be very safe, those who are living in the those are living near these plants, right? So these are all the things we have to be we should know about pollution and all. So far we saw, I conclude my lecture by giving the overall review of this. So introduction, we saw what is environmental science and what is environmental studies, and the concept of sustainability. We have to maintain our natural resources, and we should take all those things to the next generation. We should give the more and clear things to the next generation, and the structure of ecosystem. In that we saw food chain and energy flow, and eco succession, in the sense we have eco succession in each and everything. I gave you the example for forest eco succession, and renewable, non-renewable resources, renewable resources and non-renewable resources, how it is affecting, and what are all the things we should be very conscious about that. And environmental pollution, in that environmental pollution we saw air, water, soil, and radioactive pollutant. Okay, now I am going to play a video that may be helpful to you to do something for the environment. Okay, I'm just trying. Once again, I just stop. Just tell me, one of you tell me, are you able to hear the video?
Our planet's forests are some of the most valuable resources we have. They provide us with clean air, a source of food, construction material, and much more. Even more importantly, forests
Network.
are a major line of defense against climate change. A single tree can absorb as much as 48 pounds of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere.
Oh my god, really very sorry, network.
Each year, which makes them the most effective CO2 scrubbing machines we have. Despite this, forests are being systematically eliminated all across the world. A process we know as deforestation. Each year, 15 billion trees are lost to deforestation and forest degradation. That's 36 football fields worth of trees a minute, and accelerating. At this rate, the world's rainforests may be completely gone within 100 years. This makes deforestation responsible for around 13% of the world's carbon emissions, making it a major driver of climate change. Not only do we need trees to absorb our carbon, when they're removed, much of the carbon they had stored is released. Rapidly growing agriculture is responsible for the vast majority of deforestation. Global demand for food, especially meat, forces millions of acres of forest to be cleared for cattle, soybean plantations, and palm oil production. Timber and fuel extraction, as well as wildfires, drive the partial destruction of forests, known as degradation. All of this is driven by our relentless economic expansion and population growth, with both set to continue increasing dramatically. While harvesting timber is necessary for our economy, unrestrained deforestation can lead to the disruption of weather patterns and the collapse of entire ecosystems, threatening our safety and other resources we depend on. So what's the solution? Can we stop this seemingly unstoppable force? The short answer, yes, but it'll take some work. Research has shown that it is possible to decouple economic growth from deforestation by reconfiguring our supply chains and adopting sustainable land use policies. Thanks to the efforts of activists, policymakers, and businesses around the world, deforestation is actually slowing down in some regions. Finally, reforestation and afforestation efforts are growing worldwide. One Tree Planted works with partners all across the globe to restore damaged forests and plant new ones. You can become a part of these efforts by volunteering to plant trees in your area or supporting these initiatives abroad.
So everyone able to watch clearly? So any queries?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is my request. At least we should plant one tree, no tree, at least we should plant one plant on our special days. At least we can give some better life for our grandchildren or next generation. And thank you so much for listening my lecture patiently, and if you have any feedback you can tell me now, or even you can text it. Okay, shall I ask some questions, right? Wait. Okay, I will ask question. Put it in the chat box, na? Which of the following is a renewable source of energy? Option A, coal. Option B, uranium. Option C, wind. And option D, none of the above. Wind, very good. Okay. Okay, next question. Which of the following is said to be a biodegradable waste? Biodegradable waste. Okay, first one is plastic. Second one, that is A, option A, plastic. Option B, glasses. Option C, eggshell. And option D, polythene. Biodegradable. Others? No one, only one? Okay, that was a correct answer. And next question, which of the following has a maximum speed? Okay, it's everyone can easily tell. Option A, air. Option B, light. Option C, sound. Option D, water current. Very good. He is a he is doing comparing, right? So he is very active, I think, right? Okay, okay. Thank you so much. And this is my last question. Which of the following gas is present in the air in maximum amount? Okay. Option A nitrogen, option B oxygen, option C carbon dioxide, option D methane. Nitrogen, very good. Very good, very good. Only two are active. Okay. Anyway, happy to see your responses. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for giving this opportunity. And I hope everyone can understand my lecture, and also everyone plant one plant row in your special day. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So should I wind up or?
And this is from BCA department. Since ma'am is busy with some other schedule. Ma'am, you're so nice. Thank you.